take a few minutes and say a few things. And first of all, thank you to everybody for being here, for celebrating this special occasion with my wonderful parents.
Big shout outs to Jason. All right.
Sam, you want the music down a little bit?
Can we turn?
Why did the music turn down?
Hey, is that music right
He's working on it. But the first thing I want to say to my mom and dad is you got to be very proud that you have the very best wrestler in the room. The Schaffer family from the state of Ohio. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Including myself. So as we talked about this, we actually worked together on this. Mom and Dad, I'm pretty proud of that. Right? We wanted to make sure that we thought this through.
No fights, no
So
fights.
you're going to have to listen. You're going to have to listen to some things because I think we have some pretty good stories to tell and have a little bit of fun. Okay. We talk about 50 years and we think about how long a time that is. And, you know, how does a marriage last 50 years? And I think at the core of that is love, right? So I went and said, how do I come up with a definition for love? And Webster doesn't give us very much. He says, and it's an intense feeling of deep affection. Okay? Well, that's pretty easy, but when I went a little deeper, I looked at unconditional love, because I really think that's what it is. And I might break this a little bit, Mom, because you're crying, so don't do that. Unconditional love, when I looked it up, was no demands, no limits. And that's what we saw the whole time. In my 46 years and in my siblings' years, we saw that over and over. So the idea today is we want to spend some time talking about how love looked in our lives from the time that we've been alive and been raised in your house. So Dale's going to start early because he remembers everything. Dale needs to start. All right.
So tomorrow will be 50 years for Mom and Dad. And everyone in here has had an opportunity to get to know my parents in various different ways. Some folks that are here were there on that day. Ron, Julie, Kathleen, all three were there. Amazing that we had the opportunity to say that. And it's been fantastic to kind of think about all of the different things that go along with what that means for Mom and Dad for 50 years. So we talked to a couple different people. We found out a couple different things. Things that we could not specifically know because, believe it or not, there was life before the three of us. There was life.
Until Kim made it.
That's right. Then life became truly meaningful.
So, Julie, I thought we wouldn't hear about this.
So Dad comes to Cincinnati to go to college, University of Cincinnati. Mom in beauty school. And believe it or not, they met at a place called Babes. Hey, babe. Babes. And from what I understand, a lot of their friends met there as well. Kay Fuller and her husband. Bob Dick. And then Patty and Dean met there. Mom's good friend, probably her best friend in childhood, Margaret, was there with them as well. And so not only were they a group of people that held other folks together, but they met an opportunity to be together there. From what I understand, many parties, Dad, at your apartment. Many good times at your apartment spent there with friends. Also a couple great times otherwise, some travel, camping at Indian Lake. weekend at Dave Anthony's mom's place, taking the long way home. Spending a lot of time with friends. They all went. They all went to see whatever. And you know, one of the things, what was it? Was it the Rat Fink Club? Rat Fink Group? Whatever that was, a group, things that I would never be familiar with or understand. So, Mom and Dad had a connection. They had an existence that involved many friends, involved many, many good times. So we fast forward to 9/23 of '67, the day that Mom and Dad get married. St. Margaret Mary Church. Some other eventful things that happened on that day besides my parents getting married. My grandmother's birthday. And as Ronnie pointed out earlier today, his daughter's birthday as well. So some connectivity there. Believe it or not, my dad and I share the same birthday. Figure that out. March 1st. So another fantastic thing about their being together. But some other funny, crazy things. Mom's mom broke her arm at that day. Broke her arm at the wedding. Believe that or not. The reception was later in the evening. I went back to my grandparents' house. True to form, my grandfather bought a case of champagne. And from what I understand, 4 or 5 people couldn't make it to the reception because of that case of champagne. The reception above Mom's office, the beauty parlor. At the at the Finneytown Inn. Subsequent to that, we have Dad going to the Navy. Mom goes and spends time in Kankakee, Illinois with Dad's sister and with my cousins that are here today. They lived in San Diego for a period of time after the Navy. And another little story that I get from here tonight is that my dad told me things changed for them because they loved San Diego. But Mom was going to have me. She wanted to come home. Damn. San Diego's a great place. They lived on Turdy Turd Street, a story my mom used to tell us all the time. But they came back to Cincinnati. I was the biggest blessing in their life to that point in time. Because we all know what's coming down the line. We just do. They lived in the fabulous luxury accommodations. Well, a little bit of time at my grandparents' house, I know that. But the fabulous, luxurious accommodations at Hawaiian Terrace. Where they would shut both the doors, turn the fan on so they couldn't hear me voicing my opinion in the middle of the night. Fast forward a little bit, they moved to the east side of Cincinnati. My mom's dad thought they were nuts. Why would you want to go out there? It's nothing but farms and no one lives there. But they did it anyway. And if I get the address right, Eric quoted me, 1557 Yellowtail Drive.
No.
59?
1550.
No. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Before they moved up the street.
1571. Thank you. I knew you would participate. Across the street. We lived in a little ranch. Before her.
I didn't know that. I only knew the other one.
We lived in a little ranch that was the home for my brother and I. Immense bliss. We were nothing but the best of buddies. The 4 of us living together, having a fantastic time.
And we go there every summer on vacation.
That's right, absolutely. Big
And I
fan
was
behind.
I was
Great
staying.
stuff. Things happen at that house. Like the day that my parents move in, somehow I wandered off. Neighbors across the street said, "Hey, does this kid belong to you?" And they admitted it that I did belong to them. A couple years later, after Eric comes along, I decided it's time for us to take a joyride in the car. I released that car into neutral and down the hill we roll. Me and my brother hanging out, no big deal. We might have been 4 or 5, absolutely. So course, the event upon all events, Tim Schaffer is going to come into this list, right? Tim Schaffer is born, all answers are made, all prayers are made. No. I tease my sister because it's a lot of fun, but it's true. But it was the girl that my parents wanted to balance out the two boys. Absolutely. So our family was complete. The house is too small. What do? We move up the street. 4 houses. 4 houses up the street. To 1550 Yellow Glen Drive. How many people in this room have the password 1550 in somewhere in their existence? Right.
And wait a minute, moving up the street means literally rolling it up the street.
Right.
Period.
The refrigerator moves up the street. Dad's pushing it up. We get all of that together. So, and 15.
Oh my goodness. Really? In the winter?
And 1550 is where my parents still live today. It's truly an amazing trip every time for me to go home. See how small that house was. It's so small. Yeah, they do it, but it was a great place. We loved living there. It was. Friends, family. The Williams lived across the street. The Zimmermans in the corner. The Grindstaffs next door. The Johnsons 2 houses down. The Martinis, the Molinexes. All of the folks that lived in that neighborhood became who we knew as friends and family. 1977 or 78, one of the blizzards, people came to our house. We had a fireplace. Electric was out, people came to our house. I remember that. Amazing how that was. But my parents were more than just us. They had beautiful, wonderful times together outside of us. I don't know how we let them do it, but we had babysitters. They went out to dinner. I'm sure that was amazing respite for us, but they did all kinds of things to keep us safe, secure, and happy. And we never even knew any different. That was just the way that we lived. That was the most. No matter if it was bologna sandwiches at home, it was pizza, Friday nights with roses, a really good gourmet pizza for Mom and Dad. Taylor and Kim got the pepperoni. Whenever it made any sense, we split them up. And so those were things that made us who we were and how we felt about being the Schaffer family. So there are many other events that each of us are going to kind of cover a little bit, but that takes you up to probably Dale at 12, Eric at 10, and Kimmer at 6.
I just want to share some stories. That's kind of where we're going to go from here. I think that, again, keeping with the theme, these are examples of love. When you think about it, ups and downs, for better, for worse, all those kinds of things that I try to emulate in my marriage is love. So these stories, although I'm going to have a little bit of fun, the bottom line is this was the example that was shown to us three and that we try to emulate. So the first one I'm going to talk about, you guys may be a little bit surprised, but I was a tough child when I was young. Maybe.
No.
The older cousins are laughing very hard, right? Okay. And I can't believe I'm going to tell this story because I'm ashamed. When I was heading off to soccer practice back in those days, you could ride your bike to soccer practice and you didn't have to be driven there by your parents and watched and, all those kinds of things. So, I don't know, I couldn't get $5 from my mom or I couldn't get something like that. Dad was still at work. So as I was leaving, I said, "Gosh, Mom, you're such a bitch." I took off on my bike, went off to soccer practice. Had soccer practice, I'm fine, moving on, done with my temper tantrum, and I'm riding home on my bike, coming home, my dad was standing on the court. See, I just kept riding on by. No problem. Those was one of the lessons that I learned. I don't know if there was a belt or into the wall or something. enjoy those vacations with us, and we have some fantastic memories. But some of the best memories are tan band and blue band. Pat had a CB, and we had a CB, and we were talking on the CB all the way down I-75. Right? Where are we going to stop? Where are we going to stop?
Tan band.
Me and Chattanooga.
So,
You got it perfect.
Dad would do everything he could to keep us kids quiet, and I learned that from him, because I tried that with my own children. But back in those days, you didn't have cool DVD players that swung down from the ceiling and all those kinds of things. So my dad rigged up this awesome TV hooked to a VCR. He had power in the tan band.
Everyone wanted to be in the tan band.
So the fight was on to get in the back seat of the van so you could watch Trading Places or Airplane or one of those things.
Vacation.
Over and over
All
again.
of our movies at the Schaffer house.
Yeah, Trading Places came on. I think there was a little spot of nudity. Jason's
Yes.
rewinding places. The VCR tape, it's ruined. So, hanging out on Reddington Beach, I was a stud fisherman, bringing home fish up the beach, show off. But I was fishing a lot, like Kathleen and everyone else was sitting on the beach soaking up the sun. Jason and I would go down to the 7-Eleven and play whatever game was there, spend every quarter we could find. Just some fantastic memories of going to Florida. So, good times, and that's something that they showed us every time. It's something we could look forward to and know that we could spend time with family, and we went every single Easter. It was fantastic. So, there was one time that Dale got to stay back to go to a Rush concert at Rush. And we're all down there. Where's Dale? He's flying down.
Front row center.
I never got to fly down.
Middle child syndrome. Another story. We're gonna be here all night. So Thanksgiving. It was tradition to go to Kankakee for Thanksgiving, and it was like clockwork. Mom had the whole car packed up. Dad was still at work. We drove downtown. We picked him up at Becker Electric, and he was in a great mood. We were all off school, ready for the long weekend. We were going to Kankakee for Thanksgiving, and saying Uncle Pat, we're going to make a giant meal. We were going to have a fantastic football game. Me and my cousin Patrick, we'd beat the snot out of Jason and Dale every year. Guys, listen, we would sell tickets. We would sell tickets to everyone coming over so that we could get money to go to Gale Lanes and try to get the tickets with the what on it, Jason?
Somehow.
Grandpa bought $20 for the ticket. That was awesome. And we played 2-on-2 in that awesome backyard, and just had a fantastic time. Such great memories. I think every time we're together, we talk about some of those stories. And again, I hate to keep coming back. This is an example of love. And hopefully you remember these things with your parents, and this is what you did for us and shared with us. So another fantastic example. Okay. I think I want to talk about one more, and that's camping. We went camping in the summertime for a few years, right? I think my dad said the best part of owning a boat was the day you buy it and the day you sell it. Right? So Kim has these memories of, oh, Dad sold the boat, and I'm like, no, Dad put the boat in Kankakee for like 5 years, and then the boat was at my house for about 4 years. I was going to fix it up, right? That was my best days when that boat left. So that boat was fantastic. But we went camping at a lake near our house, and we just made great memories. We stayed in a big canvas tent. We would cook out, we would go fishing, we would go water skiing, and had a fantastic time camping and on the boat. You know, what a fantastic way to spend our summer. Jason and I have a great memory with his dad and my dad. We went to Schaffer Lake fishing. I caught the most fish. But another fantastic, Schaffer Lake. I was destined to catch the most on Schaffer Lake.
Just like football, huh?
Yeah.
But it was us four, and we got to hang out with our dads, and we spent some fantastic time camping that weekend on the boat, and just a fantastic memory. So those are some of my memories. Again, examples of love, and thank you very much.
yelling corner, embarrassing the crap out of me as the other team was like, whose dad is that? But couldn't have been more supportive of all of that. And we even developed what we call our Bliss family beyond what we had for our own family. So those were memories that I will never forget. And I know my brothers never forget. And then Eric even reminded me that some of his best memories of that time was looking at the Texas soccer players. Seriously wild.
We didn't have cell phones there, but I think Jason got some Texas area code numbers.
If only there was Instagram back then or whatever. Well, it is these days, right? So those were amazing memories, and the support that you had for all of us was amazing. Bring us on to how fun it is now as we all get older and we're adults now and we can appreciate spending time together as adults. Bearcat tailgate. Something that has become such a tradition, such a fun time. Extended Bearcat family. We've dragged the Rotors into it. I always tell people that now I'm a Bearcat fan because it was inherited. My dad and my brother made me a Bearcat fan. And some of the times that we've had tailgating, going to all the football games, are unforgettable. It's just been so much fun, and it's just so awesome to be able to hang with your parents on a different level. So that's been amazing. So what did our parents do? Once we all leave the house, what in the heck do they have left to do? I mean, they just sit there like, what are you gonna do now? The kids are gone, you know? So my dad worked way too long, longer than he should have, and then he finally retired. They did dabbled in some traveling before that, but they have been going away months at a time, and we're like, when in the hell are they coming back? And it's just been amazing to watch them that 50 years later, they still don't get sick of each other. They go on these amazing trips. They're gone for months at a time. And these empty nesters have really made the most of it. Let's see. These world travelers: Alaska, Greece, Spain, Ireland, France, Italy, Brazil, Panama Canal. The list goes on and on. I probably didn't even touch half of it, but those were some of the bigger ones. And the fact that you still enjoy hanging out with each other this 50 years later is just amazing. Something to look up to, and God, I hope we still can do that too. But I can't stop without mentioning what amazing grandparents they are to all of our children. They love our kids so much, and damn, they spoil the hell out of them. With all of their love, and they know, our kids know that they can go to their grandparents for anything. Well, I'll just ask Mama for that. I'll ask Grandma for that. It's sweet. It's cute. It's just like warms my heart. And to see the smiles that you guys have when our kids are around, it's just like there's nothing better. So you're amazing grandparents, and we appreciate everything you do for us. So, as they took their vows on September 23rd, 1967, they had no idea what was in store for them and that they would be sitting here 50 years later. All of the memories that we have had through the years, everything we've gone through together, when I think back of our childhood together, the one thing that is consistent for me is that you were always there. Always there. To root us on, to support us, to encourage us. Just constantly there. For car pulls. For whipping Eric with the belt.
They're always there.
Having friends over, doing homework together, just always there. And that's what's important when you're raising children and having a family. You guys were always there for us no matter what, and you were a constant. And your relationship came first, and our family always came first. And that is something that will forever, we will always cherish and be thankful for. When you get married, you say in sickness and health, for better, for worse. The hardships that you overcame, the sacrifices that you made that we realize now that we're adults, we never knew, in my opinion. I don't have memories like Dale, but any hardship that you overcame as a couple, as a married couple, as parents, you guarded us from this. I feel like You were the best parent you could possibly be in good times and bad. And now our memories are the ones that we talked about tonight. Not any hardship, not any bad times. You sheltered us from those. Because you're amazing parents. You have an amazing marriage, and I can only hope that I end up the same. So thank you for everything you've done for us the past 43 years.
48.
Almost 50 years.
Ouch!
But you're amazing, and we love you so much. And we're so glad we can be here to celebrate with you tonight. So everybody, raise your glass and cheers to John and Kathy. 50 amazing years. Cheers. And Ronnie can talk later.
I got some stories.
All right. Thank you.
Johnny, love you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. You were better than good job.
What? I got it.
We did it on the
Now you need.
No, that was quite beautiful. I want to get a picture. Hey, it's not a lot to see. I know, mine's forever. That was amazing.
That is exactly why I didn't see it. You did a good job.
Remember that? Oh, get over here! But I knew that it was out of love and affection that you were tormenting me. But I'll always love you forever. It made me a better man than I ever had to be because of that. But every vacation we took was to Cincinnati. So I remember the house up on the little ranch, red brick. Then when we moved across the street, man, what a confusing thing for a young kid. What do you mean they're over there? We gotta go over there. I've been to Kings Island more times than people than I've been to Kings Island. And so when I got married and had a job as I mowed the lawn at these apartment complexes, and I walked me a Firebird. I was 19 years old. The first vacation I took, me, my wife, and my mom, we drove to Cincinnati. But with Kings Island. And then when my kids were old enough, we got a camper from my buddy, Danny Hay. And we camped out at Kings Island. Remember when we got caught on the roller coaster in Kings Island?
Yeah, I was there. We had walked down the Screaming Dean.
Yeah. The ride actually
My dad
broke.
in the beer garden waiting for it.
You were on the ride.
You're on the ride.
I got a picture. Look at that guy saying, what the hell is that?
The internet had done it.
We made it there.
The ride actually broke. We broke the ride at Kings Island. How cool was that? And every year we went, we wanted to see the new attraction. But growing up and you go there and you do those things with your family and you're with your family, it means something to you. It means something to you so much that when you're old enough and you have your own kids, that's the influence for that. And I remember that. And I thank you for that. It's just never. But there's a couple other things that I want to share with you. older brother to my mother. All right? Love my mother dearly. Please bear with me. This might be a little tough. Towards the end of life, I got the chance that my mom lived with me. And so we had some really neat, deep discussions. Really pretty cool. You know, you don't think about it, but at the time. And it was one Sunday, and she said, I said, what are you doing now? She goes, I'm waiting. What are you waiting? I'm waiting for you to have my every Sunday. That meant so much to me. But that's the type of guy that my employees, you know, she would look just to hear complain about it all week long. Right? You gotta tell my mom. Always good to call. When he calls, we don't have to talk. Easy to call. But that was just something that was very special when you did it. The other thing is going to Florida. We were scheduled to go there last week to put my mom at rest. And I said, well, Mom, why would you want to go there to be put to rest? Why would you want that? She goes, son, those were my most favorite times of my life. I was the happiest ever. And that's what it means to be with family and do the things that your family loves. And then she met this lady named Irma up in town. I don't want to go just yet. There's a lot that came on through. Mom wasn't ready. And I'm sure that happened.
Johnny is supposed to go with you.
Right. You know, you can't be here. We're waiting. Whatever. But those are the things that we love about you, both, and that we just could not miss being here. And just to tell you how much we love you both, and what a great testimony to your marriage and your life, the people that you have here, and the children that you have, the grandchildren that you have. And that I just wanted to tell you both that we love you very much, very deeply.